That's fun, isn't it? That's fun. I'm gonna do that every time. Just so we know, I'm gonna do that every time. There we go. Hello. That was fun, wasn't it? God, we have fun. So yeah, everything's a bit different now, which is cool. Big fan. It's a bit low, actually. Right. At some point, I'll stop playing with it. The music's too quiet. Oh, too loud, probably. That's what you meant. There we go. Hi, everybody. I've not streamed for a little while, actually. The World Cup's got right in the way of everything, hasn't it? Let's face it. The World Cup's a right bother. But yeah, how are we? As you can see, the backgrounds. Look, I look like do you know what? I was so boomed last stream. I was like, I will not stream until it looks good. So now it looks good. So it's good to be back. How are we? I've got a standing desk now. My background looks quite cool. That's up on display for the first time at bloody last. So yeah, just 100,000 YouTube subscribers. Pff, whatever, you know. I mean, I'm just so cool. The new PC comes tomorrow. I was hoping it'd be Monday. I was hoping it'd be Friday, but it's going to be tomorrow. I've been reliably informed it's going to be tomorrow. So. And my new PC is something heckin' special. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Am I enjoying the World Cup? I am enjoying the World Cup, which I sort of partially feel like we shouldn't be, but it's just football, isn't it? I'm sort of trying at the moment anyway, because I've done my sort of outrage Qatar thing. I'm trying to sort of separate the facts. It's like Matt Hancock in the jungle, although still a wanker regardless. Yeah, I'm sort of trying to separate the fact that it's been hosted somewhere, but actually I don't ever really care about where it's being hosted. So it's like, as much as I could be sort of morally outraged by the fact it's in Qatar, ultimately, football, like football. When I first saw the background of the YouTube video, I thought you'd been green screened. It does look like this little green fleck here isn't helping either. It does look like it's green screen. I can assure you it's not. But it's quite poppy to the point where it looks green screen. I feel like I need to like lower this a bit as well. Just a touch. But yeah, there we go. Thoughts on England's performance yesterday? Well, I have sat back. I've sat back and watched people get disgusted by Gareth Southgate after drawing with the best team in the group in a game that we weren't really trying to win. And then I've watched us beat Wales and Iran like it's nothing. And everyone going, oh, actually, do you know what? When we're trying to win, we're pretty good, you know. Yeah. I saw complete outrage over Jordan Henderson. Enjoyed that as well. That was fun. Even though he's spent the last 5 years winning every club competition there is to win as the captain of Liverpool. But I mean, yeah, okay. Absolute meltdown over that. People saying Southgate should be sacked. Disbelief, really. I find it all quite funny because ultimately it's coming home, isn't it? So, not us what everyone thinks, really. We're going to win, so it's what we're going to win the whole thing. So I don't care. I've already planned it. Thank you for the kind words on the background, by the way. Shawnee says he likes it as well. Kakota Die with the 32 months. Thank you, mate. Can we keep the Wales getting beat discussion to a minimum, please? Yeah, I guess so. Joe Gordon with the 33 months as well. Hope you're doing good, Ben. I hope you're a proper manager and play 90-minute games. Mate, that guy's a comedian. He pauses for subs. Say no more than that. Matt Scales, but at least you watch. Yeah, one video for 6 minutes. Hello, beautiful man. Thanks for everything you do. Much love to the family. Thank you, Matt. Danny, what a brilliant human being. Thank you for being live. I mean, something happened. Thank you for the lovely comments. The Weekend FM, thank you for the 21. Oh, very snazzy. It is snazzy. Thank you, mate. Adam with the 12 as well. And Abu Diaby with the 3 months. Thank you, mate. You sometimes skip a little. I don't think I've not dropped a single frame, so I think it's you. Do you know, I had that one over there as green. I'm actually going to change it to white, I think. There we go. It's a bit more all-encompassing, isn't it? Isaac, 31 months. My guy, we're rising back to 1,000. If we can get to 1,000 by the end of the month, that'd be wicked, because that means I can sort of do streaming more. 1,000's sort of the goal, really. If we stay above 1,000, you know, unless we have another lockdown, then let's go back to 3,000 again, because that was ridiculous. Gold heart down. Thank you for the 13. I appreciate that as well. So in England, are you saying we shouldn't do what South Korea and Saudi Arabia did in '98 and sack Southgate mid-tournament? Yeah, because they got to the final, didn't they? So it's up to us, really, isn't it? It's up to us, really. The thing is, the camera's a bit wobbly. No, the camera's not wobbly. I think you're just assuming. Matt Scales with 5 gifted. My bloke. Thank you, mate. Yeah, Rory Jennings said some stupid stuff. Yeah, some really stupid stuff. And he's still saying it, to be fair. He still thinks that England should be sacking Southgate. What, now? Or at the end of the tournament that hasn't finished yet? Bizarre. I get he's doing it because he wants the attention of people. Like, I get that he wants people to watch his videos and stuff. I get all that. But my issue is I think he genuinely believes it, which is just bizarre. Thank you for the 5, Matt. Top in your group, sackable offence. It's just the whole conversation is bizarre. I feel like if you've been watching me for long enough, though, you sort of know how I feel about everything, right? So if you know how I feel about Henderson playing, you know how I feel about Bellingham, you know how I feel about Kane, you know how I feel about Southgate, you know how I feel about Qatar, like. And I see these reactions from people online. I'm thinking, you've lost your mind, haven't you? You've lost your mind. Rory's more than welcome to come on line 1, but I think he's gone to Qatar, so, or Qatar. Right, chat. We started the season off so well. We won a game and then drew, and I was so pumped. And then we didn't win again, so we lost to a team called Martin. You can't lose to Martin. Yeah, I was pretty frustrated last time we played. So we're going to play, like, for those that are new, we're in the Slovakian second tier. I know, your juices are flowing. Your Football Manager juices are flowing right now. Football Manager, you're late. Hello? There you are. How do we say this? TJSB S038. Whoa, that's 3 subs in a row. Crumbs. Tidge, thank you for the 6 months, mate. Appreciate that. Jarmit with a prime as well. Jay Crizzle with a 9. Thank you, my friend. Josh Katz. Hello, mate. We're on an 18 sub train to kick things off at the moment. Unbelievable. Thank you, everybody. How many seasons have we been in Slovakia? Not even a full one, technically. So, not even a full one. If you look up Football Contrarian in the dictionary, you see a picture of Rory. I think the Gareth Southgate conversation is allowed to change when things change. But to me, like, I didn't care about... sounds easy to say now. When we were getting pumped by Hungary and losing in the Nations League, like, I don't know if you saw the difference in the players during those games and the World Cup games. They couldn't give a single shit, could they? They were so not bothered in those games. They just didn't care. And I don't really blame them. Like, they have changed that was the end of the season after a long campaign. Who was it? Henry Winter? Is it Henry Winter? Saying that this is like this is the best generation he can remember. What? The best? No, he genuinely said the best generation he can remember. He's like, I've never seen a group like this. Pardon? 2002, 2006? 2002, 2006. The players on the bench in 2002 and 2006 would walk into this team in some of the positions. Like, there's. I've got to be honest. The computer hopefully arrives tomorrow, but the setup is good. Soundproof the back wall. Got some nice things. Sneak energy. Look at that. That's what you get for being my sponsor. What are my thoughts on Belgium? They're disconnected. They hate each other. They play terrible football. They are like England from 8 years ago. That's what they look like. They look like an old England. They look like an England team that have got a few parts to their game, but ultimately like have lost some of the key players, and it's all falling around. I predicted Belgium would be bad. Belgium were my flop of the tournament. I thought Belgium would really, really struggle. I mean, talent-wise, 2006 was better, but they didn't have the harmony this current England squad has. Well, I don't disagree with that. Do you know what? I'm with you. The team now is far more of a team. They are a unit. They're together. And that includes the manager. That includes the coaching staff. That's wicked. I think that's so good. As a Canadian, I'm really vexed we lost. We should have 100% beat Belgium. Yeah, man. Canada just missed a cutting edge, right? There's just that little bit to Canada's game that doesn't exist. And I think actually what it comes with is international experience at that level, at playing at a World Cup and feeling the pressure of that. And I think Canada were almost guilty of trying a bit too hard at times. And they just needed to, if there was a bit more composure and a bit of calmness, they'd have been better off, sadly. Yeah, 02 and 06, those teams were outrageous. Those England teams were outrageous. But look, the thing is, people are lined up in the streets waiting, and I can't stand it really, waiting for England to like, and I mean England fans, by the way, when I say this, like if you're Scottish or Welsh, like it's kind of whatever, but England fans are lined up waiting for this to happen. They want this. They want this to happen. They want to see the collapse of England. It's absolutely bizarre. Like, it's so bizarre. Because they're desperate to see it because they're just bored, I think. And someone said it somewhere. I can't think who said it. Because I was going to say this. If I was streamed, I'd have said the exact same thing. It's fans like Rory who come from supporting Chelsea and he'll go, what's it got to do with Chelsea? Well, it's got to do with what you've seen over the last 20 years, mate. In that you see managers come and go and chop and change and see success through that. So you think that can apply itself to international management and everything's just fine. Like, it was Spencer that said it. Yeah, I saw someone say it. And it's like, it doesn't work like that. It does not work like that at international level because you don't get to buy new players. You have to work with the group and the squad. So being together in that and being a unit in that is so much more valuable to me than having, like, because you can kind of take care of those games yourself. And I think the big thing for me, right, I think it's really hard. I think it's really hard to run through teams internationally. Generally speaking, I think destroying teams at international level is really hard, but getting destroyed is not that hard. And in a World Cup, you let a half go, you let a single half go, your World Cup could be done. Could be done. And I think Gareth Southgate knows that. And he's seen that. So he knows how important each half of football is. So he's taking it one half at a time, in my opinion, in how they've approached it. And I think as a result, England are better for it. There isn't this idea that we've got to go out and smash a team because the expectation's there. The expectation is different, and it comes from Southgate and the players of, we're better than these. So if it goes the way we're expecting it to, we'll be fine. Like the US barely did a thing against England. They had that Pulisic chance to hit the bar, and that was kind of it. And then every chance from that was sort of even. And I would say England were in control of the game for the most part, and they were shit. That's the mad thing. They were rubbish. So so every time you hear people say Southgate's a negative manager, I don't. Maybe I'm conflating it a little bit, right? I don't believe he's a negative manager at all. I think he's safe, and at times I think he's too safe. But I don't think he's negative. He doesn't play to defend. He plays to control, and he knows that if he's got control of the game, the other team haven't. Like, so I keep saying, oh, he's so negative, he's so defensive. What? Because they're not just attacking constantly. They'll be dead, mate. You got to be so careful. Holly plays, hello, mate. Thank you for the 12 months. Hope you're well, my sweet. Hope you're good. Should I say that now? You're the liaise? Probably not. Hope you're well in your professional capacity. Do Foden or Rashford start for you next game? It's tough, isn't it? It's tough. I don't really know what the best solution is. I think it's really tough. I don't really know what I would do. This is England fans to a T. Is this Tomlinson? What's he said? Preach. I'm not going to watch it now because it's 90 seconds, but I'll watch it later. Safety is what you need for tournament football. England fans have unrealistic expectations. Foden central for Henderson. See, but mate, the Jordan Henderson conversation is bizarre to me. Absolutely bizarre. I don't know what people. The thing is, I said a while ago, I said I would no longer engage in people that just like didn't understand what Jordan Henderson's doing. And we're in 2022, and he's captained Liverpool to every possible tournament like win he could have done, and people still aren't getting it. Like I almost can't be asked. It does look like I'm in front of a green screen, which if the reveal was I'm in front of that, what a reveal that would be later in the future. But it's so strange. And do you know what the funny thing is? I was watching the game, and the first, like, two of his first 5 passes were a bit direct and misplaced. And I'm thinking, people will be sat at home going, there you go, told you, shit, told you. Ignoring that he had control of the game for basically the entire thing. Is telling younger players when to press, when to pull back, geeing them up, bigging them up, making them feel 10 foot tall. People go, oh, what he does is shout. Yeah, I don't know if you've played football before, but I've played with so many footballers in my time that were excellent and never said a word. And never said a word. And the idea that you become a professional footballer and suddenly you become this really shouty, outspoken communicator, it's just bollocks. It's just not true. It's just not true. Those players don't exist everywhere. They become moody and quiet and sort of into their shell a little bit. I think he's really important in that type of environment where, and even like especially in games where it's not necessarily going exactly how you plan. You need players like him, and if he gives the ball, he gives the ball away because he's trying to play progressive passes at times. But again, people have got this idea that he sits at like the base of the midfield and just passes it sideways and backwards the whole time. Like it's just not what happens. It's just not what he does for Liverpool at all, and it's not what he was doing for England. But again, people are so they don't care. Obviously, like that's what I feel like. Joey, 72 months, 6 years, my guy. Thank you, mate. I always recognise your name. You're always someone I recognise. He's been poor this season. I think he's been undercooked, but I think you would argue that Liverpool have been poor this season. So when teams play well, he looks good. When teams play poorly, he doesn't. And I think England look good right now, and he looks good in that. And when Liverpool look poor, he looks poor. But I don't disagree that he's not been very good. Neither's Van Dijk, neither's Fabinho, neither's Trent. Mo's been pretty quiet for large portions of the season. Outside of maybe Alisson and maybe Andy Robertson at times, Liverpool have been pretty bang average. Like, it's been quite scary. Muddy Funsters, thank you for the 16 months. I appreciate that, mate. But yeah, Firmino's been all right. Yeah, he's been okay. His final delivery is very poor, though. Lacked composure last night. I mean, the problem we have is that unless you score a goal or create a chance, the delivery will always look bad. So when Kevin De Bruyne plays a pass for City that goes awry, you don't think about it because he probably gets an assist in 20 minutes' time because he's Kevin De Bruyne playing for Man City. When Jordan Henderson does it, Harry Kane, I wouldn't say there's anything wrong with Harry Kane. But I think his role within the team is really interesting. And the thing I find interesting about it is I don't know how important it is with the way in which he's playing it. But that's probably a bigger conversation. His right half spaces crosses one me up. He's actually very good at crossing though. But again, we look at yesterday's game in complete isolation. And there'll be things he did well and there's things he didn't do so well. And it's just one of those things. Oh God, my game used to warm up a bit. It looks a bit jerky, doesn't it? I don't know how FA manages to do this. Right? Ball played forward. Cockis. Oh, the keeper's come. Sorry, you can't say cockis and the keeper's come so quickly, can you? That is inappropriate. Oh, hello. That was poor. We're in the blue, by the way. If you're new to the team, we've kicked off our first game today. I'd just like to win some matches. It's a cracking start. It's a cracking start. Malt84, thank you for the 13 months, mate. I should be dinging these, really. I think without Kane, we lose the US match. Yeah, potentially. Henry kind of reminds me of a little of Gareth Barry. Does some stuff well, goes under the radar a lot, but he leads the team better than Barry and gets the team together well, which is crucial. Yeah, mate. Hi, Ben. I'm watching the stream from Tesco's. Anything you want, pal? Tea granules. If your Tesco does them, not all Tesco's do. Generally, it's just the extras that do them. But if you want to get me some tea, we've got none in. So yeah, sort me out with that. Or try them yourself, mate, and then realise that I was right this whole time. Wilson's so good to bring off the bench. Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it? Because at what point does Harry Kane's role change? To me, it's just sort of Southgate traditionally has sort of decided that once the game's won, then it'll bring Kane off. It'll never bring Kane off before the game's won in an attempt to change it. The US game was a good example of that, but that's always been the case, really. It's not new. Hot take, without Mbappe, I don't see France being much better than England. I don't think that's that hot. But I think Mbappe is better than any English player. Which some people will think is controversial, but I stand by. Right, the thing is, oh my, that's the thing right there. Balea with a lovely finish. 2-0. How are we going to throw this away? I don't. It's not clear at the moment how we're going to bin this off entirely. How exciting, chat! I'm pumped. I don't know about you. I'm pumped. Dave, hello, mate. All the old boys are coming out tonight. Oi, up the journeyman. Dave, hello, sunshine. Bit baffled by the amount of people writing Kane off so much when he's still there assisting and putting in the graft. Other strikers just don't. He still contributes to the wins. I mean, I'm not. I should clarify. I don't think you mean me. I'm not writing him off. I just think his role is really interesting, and I wonder how it could be facilitated with other players around him, because it's clear that, like, in the way that Southgate wants to control the games. Why is my game so stuttery? In the way that Southgate wants to control the games, I think it'll be better in the next one for no reason at all. It's like when you load into a game for the first time and it's a bit jerky. I think when you've got someone like Kane who plays the way he does, because Southgate wants to control the rest of the pitch, there's only really room for Kane to play in that one position that he's occupying at the moment. Why have I slowed things down so much? Does 2D look weird as well? Not particularly. My pitch is hilarious, isn't it? Strange. My 3D is just like this looks super smooth, but my 3D looks proper jerky. Oh, it's a good challenge. It's a penalty. Never mind. What? Was it actually a pen? Hang on. Good to be back. Good to be back. Afternoon, sticky chicken. It's a girthy pitch. Thank you. Oh. I did say, I don't know how we're going to throw this away, but a needless penalty will do the trick normally. So, yeah, that's class. I think he got a bit of ball, bit of the man, but ultimately it was probably fine. But, you know, no such thing on this game. Ball launched forward. I've only got, I tweeted out yesterday, I've got 207 hours, ask me anything. Like, 207 hours for someone in my position is not a lot of hours. Like, I could look up Jack's hours probably, and you'd all be like, oh, what? Actually, no, Jack's only got 50 more than me, to be fair. Mate, Jack's a lot. Actually, that recently? That might be recently. How do I look at all players? Hang on. How do I don't even know how to, hang on. I'm just looking at my Steam friends list here, chat. I was hoping it would show me my complete friends. Oh, here we are. So second in the card's got about 300. CJ, who's in the chat, has got 516. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm down. Jack has 776 hours, but he's done a lot of simulating in that time. Zealand Shannon, 76 hours. Christ almighty. So I have less than Tom, less than Dan, less than Jack. Less than a lot of people. And more than quite a few people as well, to be fair. More than quite a few as well. 207 is pretty average, I think, though. Some of you are absolute degens, though. If I had another save, I'd have a lot more, because I'd just be playing it periodically. Well, I think it's interesting, right? If Football Manager was amazing this year, what would Z be doing? Would Z be doing so much World Cup stuff? I don't know. It's interesting, isn't it? It feels like he's made a bit of a call. Decided, like, depending on what FM's like Z's not uploaded an FM video in 3 weeks, 2 weeks, and then I don't even know how he makes the next one because he's not done anything. Right? Zealand's still odds on for the next showdown regardless. Not if he's not streaming FM. That's not how it works, Sunshine. I gotta see him. The rules still apply. Hence that in our first showdowns we ever did, Jack wasn't in the first 2 or 3 because he didn't stream. Short memories. Oh, what a header, Adamek. Jamie, thank you for the 35 months, my man. I appreciate that. Yeah, Z's been watching a lot of the World Cup. I say a lot of. He's watched all of the World Cup. Although I did notice he didn't watch the England game yesterday, so slack him. Slack him. I really enjoyed it. We did a watch along for the what game was it? Portugal-Ghana game with Jack and Z. That was great. We had a great time. I actually had a load of fun doing that. That was really good. Oh, let's get comfortable. Just looking forward to Matt back on the lowdown. Well, the future is soon. What do you think's going on at Juventus? Drama. It's chaos behind the scenes, apparently. Frankie EFC. I should say, Breezy just put daily reminder that Nerdphonic's a saint. Nerdphonic basically put up everything you can see behind me. Nerdphonic was a factor. Matt has a job for life being Ben's go-to adult. That's so true. So that look, not so I didn't help. I massively helped with getting the soundproofing panels. The best bit is, Breezy, I bought different soundproofing panels to the ones you recommended, to the point where I've got the other ones in the cupboard. But we had to soak, so the whole wall behind me is 84, I think, maybe 86, 84, 86 soundproofing panels that you have to soak in the bath, wring out and dry. It's not a fun experience. We had to buy an extra hairdryer, and they're basically sponges, so that's fun. Mate, the electricity bill on that day looks hilarious. Looks hilarious. A lot of work, yeah, mate. It's pretty mad. I don't know if does the sound sound any better? Anyone saying probably doesn't understand, or probably can't tell the difference, because I'm not sure I can, to be honest. But I think the sound doesn't bounce as much, so it's a lot more yeah, whatever. It's a lot more crisp. No, it sounds much better. I actually think what happened there was I leant into my microphone, and if I use the microphone as it's supposed to be used, it will sound better. Whereas if I sit here and it sounds a bit more gravelly. Lou Boy, thank you for the 26 months. And Javon, thank you for the 4 months as well, mate. Appreciate that. What does Doug think of the new background? He loves it. He's got loads of little corners he can go in now and hide in, which is great for him. Not so great for us. It's got a New York vibe about it. I don't think I can twist this, but I've got a New York piece of artwork over there as well. Ben looking professional. What am I saying? Much love, man. Thanks, bro. It's going to be annoying if my landlord makes me move out in March, innit? Oh, please don't. I know you're going to up the cost, but don't move it too dramatically. In April, Breezy, I'm Joel, mate. The Rangers play some... You should get tickets now for stuff if you're going, because they're going to sell out. Me and Jack were looking at going in April as well. I don't know how I get that past Ellie, though. It's quite tough. By the way, we just won a game. I'm casual about it. We've just won a bloody game. On the rise. Are we back? Hello. Quid's in. 11 days before the next one. Yeah, US meetup. Yeah, I'm down. Supporters have voted I should be... Pardon? Where was that? Supporters... What? In the social feeds? We asked the supporters if they felt I should be sacked. Oh, dear. Only 5 likes. How many people have tweeted? Very annoying. Things that just to get a Devils game this season. Oh, don't even. What's their following on the supporter profile? Oh, can we see? Can we see the actual following? Is that how that works? I don't think I've ever, I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever clicked one of these before in my life. Just because why would I? I don't get to see what Richard's social following's like. I'd like it if next year they put in the people that have bought verification. That'd be good on the social media platform. Do you know what I mean? I want to know. I hope they add that into next year's game. I think on that, I probably, to be fair, I said this when it came out. I am definitely the target market for the verified thing, right? Definitely me. Someone who's got over 50,000 followers that isn't actually verified because I don't know why, right? I think if you get a YouTube verification, you should get a Twitter one. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, oh, for the love of Christ, we've won a game. I don't see the benefit right now. It doesn't verify who you are. If it verified who I was and everyone else who had it, then I'd be more inclined to do it. Right. Hello, everyone. It's a good start to the week on a Wednesday. The board wished to hold a meeting with you regarding the concerning lack of support from the players. I promised I would have the support. That's annoying. There is a real concern that the players have lost confidence in you and your position is under serious threat as a result. Failure to attend the meeting will result in the board terminating your contract with the club. Sensational. What's our next run of fixtures before I promise anything? 16th, 3rd, 9th, 6th and 14th. Good information to have. Good information to have. Right. Don't worry. Look, it's fine. I actually feel like I've got a home here in Slovakia, so this would be a real shame. We're increasingly concerned that you appear to have lost the support of the players at the club and want to know if anything you intend to do about it. Good question. I'll defend myself by pointing out we're doing well on the pitch. Can't say that. I'm extremely aware that this is a contentious issue for everyone at the club, but I remain confident I can resolve matters. I'll just be confident. Yeah, I can sort this. We don't want to hear tales of regret. We want to see action. And your job is very much on the line here. He's called Martin as well. He saw a team called Martin beat me, and look at this. So my options are threaten them, accept resignation, or ask for a chance. I'm going to ask for a chance from Martin. I'm going to say, Martin, look, please. Let's see what Martin says. You are fucking kidding me. You are... First meeting this was? First meeting! You are joking. I haven't streamed in 5 days. I win one game and they sack me. I can't... Chat, it's been great. We'll see you next time. No, look, I'm still here. But this is ridiculous. This is crackers. What am I supposed to do now? Just look for a job again. This is madness. Is there compensation on that? I can't keep, honestly, I can't keep doing this. I can't keep doing this. I've won a match. We've just won a game. Mate, my record is so, my managerial record is so bad now. Do you know what I mean? The only positive now is that I can just walk off. But that's not really what I want to do. I'm fuming. I'm not even looking for I need to look for jobs again. We're back here again. The Humane Football Express have turned. Hello, Jan. How are things, mate? I'm honestly, mate, I'm fucking fuming. Pathetic, cowardly. I can count on the fingers on one hand the number of times I genuinely felt like I had the support of the club. I mean, not even once. Can you comment on rumours that you've tendered your resignation following hearing? So now they're leaking shit that's not true. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. There's a lack of ambition at the club. I feel for their long term. Honestly, I'm going to throw them under the bus. This is ridiculous. I've spent so long on holiday. It's such hard work at this stage, isn't it? I'm so tired. I'm tired of it, Robbie. I'm tired of it. So now I've got to just go on holiday again, apply for jobs, any club. I can't restart. I've not cut. Look, listen, I know some of you want me to start again. I've come too far to restart this. So we can't restart. It's not an option, okay? It's not an option. We can't restart. I mean, I'm obviously not thrilled, chat. What can I say? New setup, new club, new me. Imagine if I was buying shirts for each team. They wouldn't have arrived yet, and I'd be 3 deep. Do you know what I mean? It's a madness. Oh. Kyoki Gaming, thank you for the 21 months. Hi Ben, how's the save going? Yeah, class. Yeah, class, mate. Honestly, that's great. How's the save? Yeah, brilliant. I'm having so much fun. Hi, we're at the space. All right, mate. How do you find? I guess I tweeted it. I'm thinking, how does he know? How does he know? Did you get your coaching badge? They've sacked me before my coaching badge. Thanks, mate. The setup's wicked. If I wasn't wearing my dressing gown and feeling cool as fuck, this would be a real sad day. This would be really sad. But fortunately, I do feel cool. Loving the setup, boss. Thank you, bro. It took 3 days, so I'm glad people like it. Get Jack in the call. Yeah, that'll improve my mood. Oh, mate. So I'm back doing this again. When I win the Champions League, I'm gonna ring round all these football clubs and demand apologies. For those that are new, by the way, we cannot go to England, Germany, France, Spain, Italy, or England until I've won a domestic league title. As if that's gonna happen. As if we're gonna do that. Oh god. So in essence, we'll never unlock them. That's quality. Set a challenge where you literally can't sort it out. See, that feels harsh, doesn't it? Is this a bug? Where's Holly plays? Holly, is that supposed to happen? I feel like I'm at a bar here. Is that supposed to happen? That feels harsh, Holly. That feels harsh. The thing is, do you know what? I thought this setup was a good idea. I can literally pace now. Just wait for my job. Just pace up and down. You know? This is madness. Well, what a shame. What a shame. My manager timeline doesn't kick in until the end of the season. Sorry, I'm not near the microphone. I'll learn. Gotta get the steps in. That's true. Do you know what? I should get my exercise bike and put it here and just, you know, wiggle my head around and pretend I'm doing it. Their loss, yeah, bro. That's a fact. That's a fact. Well, what a pity. I spent more time on holiday than Neymar. Looking out. Wait, you resigned again? I love this safe so much. Yeah, I resigned again. More time on holiday than Cavani. Oh, hello. Chat. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Don't panic. Something's come in. Where are we off to? Not Sweden. Not Sweden. Dubnica. Where's Dubnica? Wait. Well, I never. Well, I never, chat. They haven't won a game. Why do I always end up with the teams that haven't won a game? Right. I attend the interview. What can possibly go wrong here? Hello, Ben the Rock. Don't even get a surname. We've invited you along today so we can put forward our vision for the club to allow you to suggest any alterations for us to consider should we decide to hire you, as if they want to talk to me. Genuinely, as if they want to talk to me. I don't think there's a dramatic difference between the two clubs. I'd feel very comfortable working here. Football's football, I'll say. You've struggled to command the support of your players in your most recent job. What can you say to address our concerns about that happening here? I promise that won't happen. I have to promise it. I mean, look, beggars can't be choosers, chat, okay? Beggars cannot be choosers. Why have you found it acceptable? So, sorry, I should just clarify. If you see me looking to my right hand side, it's because I'm doing Secret Santa for the Discord, and I'm organising it. And 3 people have decided that now is the moment to tell me what they're getting other people. Right now. I should ignore it, to be honest, but, you know, they've got to do it by tomorrow at midnight, so fair enough. Why have you felt acceptable to apply for a number of jobs whilst employed at your career? Look, it was my choice and I stand by my decisions. It shouldn't matter to anybody else. I feel like that's acceptable when you consider how long I've been in management. I don't really know what that means, but it feels good. It feels good. I'm always willing to improve. I just need that chance. I'm not willing to improve. I couldn't care less about the media. I haven't had any complaints, mate. Are you able to ease the worries? There'll be an excellent atmosphere. Don't worry. You've previously been embroiled in media controversy, citing your inability to command the support of your players. What can you say to address our concerns? That's something I've learned from and can promise that the atmosphere here will remain healthy if I were given the job. Absolutely. Are you willing to assure us that you do a better job of maintaining a good... Yes. Are you ready to get stuck into a club that has big financial problems? Yeah, I can't wait to get stuck in. I'm happy to work with the director of football. I agree to everything. To battle against relegation. If given the job, I think I could do much better than the proposed expectation and guide the team to league survival. I'll say that. I might sit on the floor. Yeah, I'm not thrilled, if I'm honest. Sorry. I'm just reading that again. The wage budget is nothing. The whole budget is nothing. Wow, okay. Yeah, that's fine. That's class. Is there anything you'd like to ask for ahead of a coaching course? But I feel like the financial difficulties might make that off. And now we wait. They're going to need some time to think about that because obviously I come with a checkered past. And to be fair, they've got no money. And I've said the wage budget of nothing's absolutely fine. So if they don't accept me, that's concerning on a few levels, isn't it, really? That's concerning on a few levels. Stand and deliver. $25,000 inhabitants, not that bad. Yeah. How's the money situation? Well, we're going to find out. Well, I say we're going to find out. We might find out together here. I am concerned due to the fact that they seem to think this is all quite acceptable. Whereas I'm not. If I'm honest, chat, I'm not thrilled. Marco Spartacus, thank you for the 3 months, by the way, and Farpost FM. Thank you for the 91 months. You've said, a tier 2 as well, mate. My goat. Are we on the verge of a great job? I can't believe my favourite YouTuber doesn't play his matches in 90 minutes. Yeah, the videos have never been cut up from 90. I probably should have been more clear on that. Yeah, I can understand that that would be a sadness for some people. But no, I don't carve the videos from 90 minutes. But I'm not, to be fair, I'm not a real manager. Although I've been sacked as many times as some of them. Oh, hello, where's that? Should I apply for that? Icelandic First Division? Where are they in the league? Wait, what's even their name? I can't even figure out what their name is. Are they the team in second? Hang on. Based on the badge, Ben. Vestry. I mean, the quality of the picture's not amazing, is it? Do you know how quick that is as well? If anything, I've just been promoted. Do you know what I mean? I've ironically enough just been promoted to the top division. Oh yes. This is a good punishment actually. If I'm unemployed, I've got to stand up. But let me tell you, viewers, we are unemployed no more. Let me tell you. I've promised we won't be. Transfer budget's negative money. Sacked again. You'd never know. When people say you're still in Slovakia, I go, yeah, still in Slovakia. Don't you worry about that. Right. Yes! Sit back down. Come on. Come with me, viewers, as we travel north. We travel south. Is it on? It's on. Come on. Join me. Yes! Right, quality. That was excellent. I mean, that is comical on a number of levels, but we'll take that, won't we? That's class. Right then. Didn't take any. That took no time at all. No time at all. The thing is, I'm a heartthrob. Less than 20 minutes. No dramas. All part of the plan. Right. Really looking forward to GeoGuessr. I'm so sorry. But my knowledge of Slovakia is... So what have they said here? Car 34 now. Christ. List the likes of Humane, Rosneckines. That's the reason we didn't stay there long. Car prizes used a diamond formation. He struggled at Humane and was eventually sacked and will now be hoping for a better experience upon taking the Dubnica post. Oh yeah, big time. I'm a bit concerned that Amazon have just knocked on my door and I've missed it. Is that what's just happened? Don't know, maybe not. Can we get a manager timeline update? It won't change anything at the moment because of where we are. The transfer budget's not great. What's the overall budget? I should have probably looked at the team. I hope the team are good. Do you know how long I spent on that fucking transfer window, by the way? With the last team. And I've got to faff about with this. Oh, hello. Well, 30,000 followers on social media. Hello. This really is a dub right now. Immense scenes. Well, that's excellent. That is excellent. I don't know if they've got... I can't find their Twitter, annoyingly. What's their actual full name? Oh, FK. Let's have a look. Is this them? They're not on... I don't think they're on Twitter, to be honest. Falling upwards. Have they just won a game as well? They've just... Was the manager sacked after beating Tren? I hope not. That's sad for them. 10th, 6th, 3rd. I mean, this is... What a winner. Oh, 10th, 7th. 6th. Unbelievable. Right. They've won a match. So I'm jumping in. They've already won a game this season. We do have to play Slovan and Bratislava, which is pretty tough, isn't it? Where were they predicted to finish at the start of the year? Was it 12th? I shouldn't have come here. I shouldn't have come here. I mean, I should, in a sense of... Oh. Any regens? Any regen? Peter Toth. Oh my God, Peter Toth. Peter Toth. The goal machine, Peter Toth. Hello, mate. Hello, Pete. How you doing, son? Look at these boys. Look at the mentals on him. I'll tell you what, this debt's not going to last very long, is it? We've got Wonder Kid Central over here. Right, tactical induction. I do need it, to be fair. Never done a tactical on Football Manager before. We're going to play Gegenpress 4-2-3-1. Do you know why, viewers? Because I'm sick of everything. Right, and that's going to work, surely. Let's meet the team. Is it worse than the team I had a minute ago? Surely not. It's not good, is it? But no, oh, it is good. Oh, it is good. I'll take it back. There's some quality here. Robert Stefanek. Oh, mate, look at the quality of this team comparatively. And he's got a fantastic head of hair, which I think is the most important thing. Pedro. It's a bit frustrating that my two best players are centre-backs by the looks of things. In fact, my best players are all defenders. Right. And then we've got Frederick here. Frederick Belovsky, who, I'll be honest, would have only just about started in my last team in a division below. Which, again, is not great. But actually, last year he was pretty good. He was pretty good. Get this song changed now. Because this bit of the song should not be on Spotify. Makes me very angry. Bow, wow, wow. I can't use Gegenpress, yeah, because Kev created Gegenpress. Do me if I hate this. I hate this world. Zealand created loans and Kev created Gegenpress, and apparently the diamond. Are you kidding? I do exist. Right. I didn't create either of those things. Right. But neither did they. Cockis. Thomas Cockis. I like a player with... He's really bad. So what are we looking at here in terms of squad ability? This is sort of where we're at. Is he a striker or he's not is he the striker? Mate, we've got no one who's scored more than 3 this year. That is obviously a worry. Right, you're out on the left, surely. And then we've got one of these, probably this guy on the right. Bernard on the right. You through the middle. And then Frederick as a sort of, I don't really know what. Just a central midfielder. We don't necessarily have to play this deep. I don't think that's very helpful for the team, actually. A Carrillo. Oh. Is he left foot? Is he right footed though? Left footed? I'm not sure that's what I want him doing, really. We don't necessarily have to play an advanced playmaker, to be fair. But if you're going to play this style, I think you probably should. And I want to play this style, to be fair. We need a runner next to him. Martinek, are you any good? Well, hang on, let's go back to this, because this is a better judge. Jakub. Okay, all you do is run. You don't really do anything but run. All right, excellent news. You're a box-to-box midfielder, right? That's what you want. A Mazzala? Yeah, but you mean box-to-box midfielder. You just spelled it wrong. You're not a Mazzala. No, you're not a Mazzala. Right? No, that'd be stupid. Who's this guy who's suspended? Are you good? Where do you play? Are you any good? No, not really. You look like proud. You look like a Russian Proudy. Is that an insult? That's not a dig, is it? That's anyway. Leave him. Right back. Oh God. The team was quite good until I got to right back. Oh no! Take it back. He's all right. If he's the right back, he's the right back. Goalkeeper. Oh, Samuel. Hello, Samuel. You're terrible. What about the other one? Is he bad? They're both really bad. I can see where the problems lie. Both goalkeepers are particularly rubbish. Oh, who's this guy? Right back, maybe? 5'9". Oh, yeah. Right back. Change of plan. Sorry, Proudy. It's Proudy. You can't call him Proudy. Hello, boss. 55 months. Thank you, mate. I appreciate that. And the Anto, thank you for the 7 months. I hear you've been sacked again. Does it look like I've been sacked? Do I look like I'm employment at a team that wear blue? I think you'll find it does look like that. Right, and Cockis then. Oh, so I quite like him. You don't necessarily have to play. We can make this guy the attacking midfielder that he wants to be. And then go and get Cockis and bring him in. And then there's the team. And I think we can all agree that's title winning. That is title winning. And then we'll all just base it on the star ratings here. And then we'll consider some of these strikers. Oh my lordy. Kotler. I mean, you're not. I wouldn't call you prolific, mate. Oh God, you've barely scored ever. But he did look quite good momentarily there. And then this guy's injured. This Nigerian fella, is he any good? Oh, he's not bad. Bit of pace, bit of technique. All right, cool. It could be worse, chat. It could be worse. I think this guy's better off as a winger than an inverted winger, though, which I don't know how that'll affect the pressing, but... And I'm not sure if this guy's cut out to be a right winger. Oh, no, he's fine. He's got enough about him. People want... Do you want Toth in? What, in the squad? What else? We can't start Peter Toth, can we? You can't... We're not starting Tothy. Surely not. Do you want to start Toth? I could start. Look, I'll give the my attitude's always been be a sucker to the people, right? Toth in from the start. Project Toth. All right. Let's make sure he's not available for loan because I will end up just letting him go by accident. All right, Tothy in. And then we've got the experience of Miladin, the Serbian. I mean, he's not. Let's face it. No one's scoring, are they? So we might as well try something. We play in 11 days, so we've got some time to think about this. But what a start, viewers. What a fantastic start to proceedings that's been there. What a fantastic start. Well done, us. And mostly me, but well done, us. You know? Nah. Right then. Captain material. New vice captain. Oh. Are they trying to swap them round for me? I mean, you don't start, so, and I mean, neither of them start. Right. I'm just not gonna. I'm just gonna. Do you know what I'm gonna do, chat? I'm gonna keep it exactly as it was. Who was the vice captain? Varus. Where's Varus? In fact, viewers, start him young. Wait, is Toth not eligible? Unbelievable. All right, we're just going to come in. We're going to make no changes to the captaincy for now. And we're just going to leave that as it is. Okay? I'm not going to get carried away. Have we not got an assistant manager? Oh, for the love of God. Okay, we do need one of those, preferably. But how are we supposed to bring anyone in? We haven't got any money. Okay, we've got enough money for staff members. Oh, you are joking, mate. There we go. Bring him in. Whatever. You need someone like this. Skip to meeting summary. Great chat. Right. I've got to be honest. I'm not... How good's like this guy? No. Doing jokes. Come back. It's fine. Look, am I concerned? Yes. Do I need to be? No, yes. It's fine though. Look, we'll just have to trust in Toth, won't we? I tell you what, I look fantastic there. That's quality. You could survive when the league splits. The league splits? What? When? In March? So I'm playing to be part of the league split. Oh my God. Okay. Hello guys. How are we? I'd like to introduce myself as the new manager. Any questions? I think it's clear that you'll have to prove yourself to quite a few of us, but prepared to wait and see. Are you? Okay. That's fine. That's not a problem. Oh, look at that. Let's talk about let's talk about the targets. I'm very positive about our chances. I think we can beat the Trop and stay in the division. Is that my fault? Is that on me? That can't be on me. Can it? Go Curran, thank you for the 4 months. Apologies. Come off it. We all know we're for relegation this week. Okay, yeah, my bad. Yeah, let's get relegated. Come on. Let's get relegated. What is come off it in Slovakian? Yeah, love the code of conduct. Managerial support. Absolute shit. Smile. What is come off it in Slovakian? I'm fuming, to be honest. Right. Meet the media. Oh, I'd love to. Now, and this is a bit of advice for anyone that's new to Football Manager. This is a bit of a tutorial, if anything. When you're doing press conferences, it's really important to stay composed and answer the questions thoroughly. Unless you've been playing for 20 years, then you can generally just do that. So, we move on. So just get that in your notebook. Get that written down. Because I can't spend my whole life doing those. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm not a proper manager. If I was, I wouldn't be playing Football Manager. I'd be a proper manager. Jay Harvey, thank you for the 24 months. My goat. Thank you, mate. Are we on a train at the moment? I can't quite see. Oh, we're on a 5. We're 25 away or 26 away from the trusty 1,000. So, thank you, team. Starling Roost has jumped in. Hello. Thank you for the happy anniversary, I should say. Thank you for the 12 months. Rachel, have some dings on me. Go on. Enjoy those. Oh, we're getting an assistant manager. What is the staff situation, actually? Should we have a little looky? Ooh, I wouldn't say it's... I wouldn't say it's good. I'm not thrilled by it. Am I? I'm not thrilled by this. Can I get... What do I need? Scouts? Scouts, please. That are good at judging. Yes. Come on in. He's got a happy face. Come on in. He's not going to join me. I think this could be this could be a theme. No, I can win this guy over. When we win the first division, you're going to get 1,800 quid. Come on, think about the money. All right. If you get a managerial job, you can go. Oh, shit. Second round, £1,000. He's fuming. We'll leave it then. It's not a problem. I'm getting an assistant manager. All is not lost. Bluebird, 52 months. Thank you, mate. You dipped out of the stream for half an hour. Oh, heavens. Yeah, Sticky Chicken. I needed this. Thank you for the 4 months, mate. I'm glad you got it. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I really do need to shave my actual face. It's a bit bushy at the moment. It needs to give it a bit more definition, you know? Just to figure it out. Big wages. Woo! Check this out. Thank you, Ram Dog. It's nice, isn't it? It looks good. I'm getting a light strip as well to give it a bit more pop. But that doesn't arrive until I actually don't know when it arrives. I've ordered an Elgato light strip thing. And my new PC comes tomorrow, and I'm bloody excited. Come on, chat. New PC tomorrow. Come on. I've been waiting for it. Thank you for the 60, Ram Dog. I hope you're good, mate. I enjoy your Call of Duty-based tweets. I've ever seen that the Princess of Spain fancies Gavi. Oh, right. Crumbs. I don't know if that's true, mate, but if you've got the source, then fair play. Think about how fast we can holiday. Well, it's going to be much quicker than what we've got at the moment. Explain the PC specs, Benji. Right. Let me tell you them. Do you know about computers? Because that's going to help. I need to sneeze. Oh, no. Sorry about that. Let me find them. Oh, I don't know where they are. But they do exist somewhere. Oh, God. Hang on. Let me get the email. Oh, sorry about that, folks. So, what we're going for... I'm pumped. Heroes. Okay, so... are you ready? So, the PC I'm getting will be... a NVIDIA 480 which is the new card that's a bit overpriced. But, you know, we'll see. In a 5000D airflow case, an Intel 13900K, the Z790F motherboard, 64 gig of Dominator Platinum RAM, and have I missed anything there? Oh, and a 2 terabyte SSD. Woo! Woo! It's going to be a big boy. And it should last me a good amount of time as well. I'm also making the big decision. I'm moving away from Sony Vegas for the first time ever. And I'm going to Premiere Pro, which will also... I've bought the Adobe package for a year. It was a deal on Black Friday, and I've been wanting to do it for about 3 years. So I'm going to be getting into After Effects a little bit as well. So yeah, there's a change in the off thing, but it should arrive tomorrow, and I'm very, very excited. Gee, I guess I might lag with that build. I wish my internet was better. I wish I could make my internet better, but I sadly can't. My internet's the big issue for me at the moment. But if we were to move, or if they actually gave good internet to this house, then I'd be laughing. But yeah, the internet's the only thing that holds me back. It's still good enough to stream though, so you know, here we are. But downloading everything to my new PC tomorrow is going to be an absolute nightmare. You couldn't fit the box through the door. Yeah, that's gonna be an experiment. Any more COD streams? Because the last one was class. I mean, you never know. Back everything up. I've already done that. I've got a lot of. I've got one 8 terabyte and one 12 terabyte hard drive. Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, change every day was a pain. Yeah, there's lots to sort out. I kind of want to get a new mouse, but the one I've got at the moment I absolutely love. But I use it a lot, right? So they wear pretty quick. But I've got the Pro Wireless for those that are curious, and my keyboard is a Corsair. I forget. Oh, spilled coffee everywhere. That's gone. It's a keyboard. Before I break everything. But yeah. Are you building the computer? No, it's pre-built. I've got a partnership that starts tomorrow, I guess, with Scan Computers, who I'm sure you've heard of. If you know anything about PCs, I've worked with Scan on this. Who have been really good, to be fair. We've been in dialogue for a while. But yeah, I'm excited. All right, let's keep going. If it's too good to be true, it probably is. No, we will not have that said. Lower discount code as part of the deal. Yes. Yes, I believe so. But everything will be sorted out tomorrow. But I'm sure, yeah, lots of you are saying you've bought from Scan before, so I'm sure you're not overly surprised. But yeah, we'll sort stuff out over the next week or so I can announce it properly. Are we the worst defensive team? Can I check the analysis of everything? Even though I've not been here. No analytics are currently being requested. Well, I want all of them, please. Well, hang on. Let's firstly look at the XG table. How bad are we? That's good news. All right, we're actually not the worst team in the league, in theory. We're pretty close, though. There's not too much between the teams at the bottom there. But actually, that's not too bad. In fact, let's do this again. This is the best thing about the game this year. The ability to do this. How have people... So I tweeted it the other day. How are people finding FM23 now, then? Everyone's had about a month with it. How are you all finding it? What's your overall thoughts? We do too much defending. Our shooting chances aren't good enough and we do way too much defending. Frustrating. It's like playing 22. Still on FM20. Defending's bad. My team can't defend. Match engine seems a lot better than that. I don't know. Haven't been sacked yet. Nah, me neither. You enjoying it as much as previous editions? Someone asked me yesterday. I did like a brief Q&A yesterday on Twitter. And someone asked me yesterday, should they get it? And I was like, if you've got FM22 and like if you're having to ask me if you should get it, probably not. If you've played FM21 and you enjoyed it and you've got like 500 hours on FM21, then yeah, I think it's fine to get it. I think that makes sense. I think, like, is it worth £45? Not for me. People will say, but you're getting great value for money. What you have to understand is that while I might be getting great value for money, at the same time, this is competing with other games that I would want to buy around this period of time and play. So it's not good value for money if I'm comparing it to other games that I'm getting more value out of. It's like £30, isn't it? On Steam right now, it's £45, which is that's the retailer Football Manager officially sell it through. Of course, you can get it cheaper in other places, but it is officially £45. It's not worth £45 in my opinion. Absolutely not. Yeah, I mean, you get it on Game Pass, which makes more sense as well. Which is why if you pre-ordered with my code and it was 32 quid, that was quite a lot less. Or you can get it on Game Pass, which I would probably recommend if you're thinking about getting it. Game Pass is the way forward to begin with. So if you compare it to, like, think about the games that have come out recently, the games that come out every year, the likes of FIFA and Call of Duty and Football Manager. Look, if Football Manager is the game you play every year, and it's the game you play every year, then is it worth the money? Almost certainly. It's hard. I won't argue that because it'd be stupid to, right? But as we play our first game today against a team I cannot pronounce, if you're someone that is a bit fair weather with FM, is this year's upgrade enough to justify the purchase? If you play like 200, 300 hours, no, not for me. I don't think so. And I find that I find that hard to say. I don't enjoy saying that. I really don't enjoy saying that. There's no benefit to me saying that at all, other than helping you as a consumer out and people that may have watched me for a number of years. Like, it's not worth that amount of money this year. And I wish it was. I wish I didn't feel like that. I tell you what, we're unbelievable. Unbelievable goal. I think Steinhubel is probably, I think he's our top goal scorer this year. This, by the way, from Cockis is outrageously, look at that, the touch as well, the first touch there, and the keeper, sit down, son. Here we go. Now we fly. Oh god. Oh, clear it out. Lovely stuff. My game's running a bit better now. Defending, well, I'll put it this way. I think someone asked me what the biggest issue is this year. Defending is as bad as I can remember defending being, I would say. Say nothing. Defending is, he's offside. Defending is as bad as it's ever been. And someone said to me, why do I think defending's bad? And I don't want to upset any QA testers, but it wasn't tested rigorously enough. Or there was changes before, like there was a big change and that changed everything. But to me, it can't have been tested enough. The way, like, I've said it privately to lots of people. I've not really said it publicly because I've not really been live or I'm not just going to tweet it randomly. I can't believe the match engine was let out like this. It's how I feel about it. We are a month post beta launch. We are over a month now since the beta launched, and we've not had a single match engine change on PC yet. We've not had one. Now, to be clear, at points in the past, we've already had two. In the past, it's happened before. You always get one when the beta ends. We didn't get one this time because they found something they wanted to change. Now, their argument will be, we're not going to put out any fixes. I've just seen the stats for the game. We're not going to put out any fixes until we're certain we won't have to put out a second fix on the original fix. So, and that is an idea I can obviously get behind. But as someone that enjoys playing the game at the start, I'm not touching a main save on YouTube at the moment. I just don't want to. I don't want to do anything main over there at the moment. Oh my tough! My favourite thing is the finishing. Tough, chat, that's for you. That is for you. Good lord. Tough. What a finish of Toth. It's like Zidane. Oh my god. Toth. We love Toth. Unbelievable scenes from Toth. Is he the guy? When the going gets tough, the Toth gets going. I like you. Any bit of Road and Keating and I'm in. You know me, chat. You know me. Now, the engine's not great, but that from Toth was great. Oh, challenge. Go on, Toth, on your bike, son. Oh, use that width. Nice. Find Toth in the middle. He's waiting. He's lingering. Find Toth. Or go for goal. Oh, my God. I don't even know what's happened. I don't know if it was saved or what. I think he hit the bar. That was weird. Billy Ocean. Nah, mate, I'm a big fan of the Ronan Keating version. Actually, no, it's Boyzone, I should say, not Ronan Keating. But you're right, it wasn't an original. Don't ban this guy. Hi, I want to offer promotion of your channel, viewers, followers, views, chatbots. The price is lower than any competitor. The quality is guaranteed to be the best. Auto on. Incredibly flexible and convenient order management panel. Everything is in your hands. Turn it on, off, or customize. Go to dogehype.com. It sounds legit, doesn't it? I mean, that's been given up. That's not counted. They've had 2 offsides that are so tight. It sounds legit, mate. Thank you for posting in my chat. I hope it does well. Just as a point of issue here. Chat. It's this bit. This bit, right? This bit is so. This, and clear it, and just do what any footballer would do. He's got the space he can see in front of him to launch it clear. What no footballer would do is this. You know you're running away from a player. You can see you've seen the player. The logic is unbelievably stupid. You are running with a player, right? You know because you're running away from him. So why on earth would you decide, I'll just turn back in? And then don't get me started on this. I mean, whatever. It's fine. It's the last minute of the game. What can possibly go wrong? I've made no substitutions here, by the way. And we're winners. Do you know why? Because we're winners. Up the top. Outrageous. By the way, they've had 2 goals ruled out that were they were both level, basically. That is appalling. Do we have VAR in the... I don't think we do we? We don't have VAR in this division. Oh, mate, the guy that scores, he's almost certainly not offside there. Couldn't care less. Come on, up the boys. Okay, we win 2-1, chat. Survival is happening. It's an away win. It's a tough away win. Well done, us. You know? Well done, us. A new team. Was this a quicker job to find this time? Actually, mate, I was poached. Right. 10 points. We're off the bottom. Like it was nothing. I haven't lost a game on FM for about a week now. That's pretty good, isn't it? Exciting stuff. Title charge. Is it on, chat? Is it on? We play the team in 7th next. Beat them and this is on. So many teams have got negative goal difference. And we're all about Toth. We're Toth Central right now. Not with those finances. We can't worry about the finances, can we? What's the chairman saying? What's his situation? Loves the club. It's £3 a ticket, mate. Dr. Benji's in town. Make it more than that. Come on. I mean, points to anyone that can say the name of our stadium. Meskai Futbolovi Stadion, and then not available? What does that mean? Council owned. Quality. To be fair, I've just joined, so any negative transfer budget stuff, really nothing to do with me. I'm a victim of the previous regime. Okay? So, can you worry about that? I look so good on the sidelines as well, which is the big plus. Apparently this is supposed to be the guy. I don't play an attacking midfielder, but maybe we should. The mentals on this boy, by the way, the bravery, the teamwork, the flair, the determination. Whew. He is 5'4", though. But he's 6', dictates tempo as well. I mean, what's not to like? Doesn't have the greatest jumping reach. Well, no. It's absolutely... Doug's taller than him. Do you know what I mean? Of course he doesn't have good jumping reach. Die. Who I'm meant to be. Oh, I've just thought... Oh, sugar. I've just thought I'm getting deliveries later today. And one of them's quite important, and I totally forgot. Oh my God, never mind. I've ordered something that I thought was coming to tomorrow. It arrives on the 14th of December. Whoops. Was unaware of that. Oh. Crumbs. My bad. Yeah, looking back now, my bad. Is it the new PC? No. We've bought Nana a TV. Nana's getting, for those that remember Nana, Elle's Nana, we're getting Nana a new telly, and I've ordered it on Amazon Prime for her, and it's not arriving until December the 14th. Although I'm pretty sure it was on Prime, so I don't really know what's happened there. Either way, win some, you lose some. Hang on, am I paying for postage on that then, if it's not on Prime? Or was it on Prime? Oh, chat. Did you buy anything on Prime, chat? Did you buy anything interesting? Was it on Prime? No, it was on Prime. Very weird then. I'll tell you what, delivery drivers generally do not... I mean, Clates wouldn't feel like this at the moment, but generally speaking, I feel like delivery drivers don't get enough credit. Like, I can't imagine that's fun. Oh, hang on. Elle's messaged me. Elle's doing some Christmas shopping today. Apparently Doug didn't eat his lunch at nursery. He's very much a 2-year-old boy at the moment. Nah, it's not because he's a rebel. He was really unsettled last night, and we think he's probably got some sort of like tummy ache or something, but we can't really tell because he's 2. My delivery people are amazing in your area. They're shit hot. Seems mental to me. I can order clothes on a Monday evening and get them less than 24 hours later. Yeah, it's mad. I do think there'll be a moment where like this delivery system can't continue though. Do you know what I mean? Like it seems a bit mad. But as long as people are doing it, I guess it's going to carry on. Tina are Hermes. Is it still Hermes where you are? Is it not Every now or whatever it's called? Every? With the new kings. Right. 1 game down, 1 game won. The question is, chat, can we just do it back? Can we just go back to back wins? Like it's routine for us now. Good lad struggling with teething. Doug was pretty good. Doug was quite dribbly, but he was pretty good with teething. He wasn't bad at all. That was one thing I was quite worried about, and he was just chilling. So that's good news. Not for you, obviously. It doesn't help you at all. If anything, I shouldn't have said anything. But yeah, hopefully it passes soon, right? Right, chat. Second game. Just scranned my advent calendar. Hang on, it's not even... Is it? It's not even December yet. No, what are you doing? Is it tomorrow? Blimey, December. Where's the time gone, chat? What the dickens? Where does the time go? Not jealous at all. Yeah, Doug woke up at 9, 11, 1 and 2 last night, so, you know. I feel the pain. Right then, chat. We got. I don't want to call it lucky win in the last game, because I'm fully convinced we're going to do it all over again against Zova. Sorry. When's the next England episode out? Later this week, either tomorrow or Friday. I'll be honest, I've been waiting for my new PC to do everything. I've got a video line. I need to message Hood as well. Like, ugh. So annoying. Right now, the only thing I've got that I can like do at the moment is play Call of Duty and stream Football Manager. And that's basically it. Everything else is getting moved over. I can't really edit at the moment because I'm moving everything and getting ready to move everything. Oh, Toth. Have I changed clubs? Yeah, I have changed clubs. There was a disagreement at the old club. Let's just call it a disagreement. And now we're... Referee! And now we're on a new wave. So don't worry, we're back. Look at this defending. This is world class from Bartel. Okay, let's see if we can put something together here. Nice turnout. It's interesting how high he's an attacking midfielder, right? He plays right up with Toth here. He's basically a free man at points. Oh, that's dangerous. Dangerously stupid. Now Toth can press. With Toth's speed as well, he'll actually be a pretty good presser of the ball. So the setup here, pretty good. They're pretty limited. They can only really play... Like, what are they going to do here? Hope that this guy moves? Just play around the centre-backs? My worry is that this man runs off of Chiero. Well, I guess we'll see. Okay. Oh, they went wider. You've missed the tackle. Definitely a goal. Class. Mistakes leading to goals, anyone? Is that a thing? Who knows? The mystery continues. He goes for the tackle, and I know as soon as he doesn't make the tackle, you just know. This has been a real passive game. I think we need to be a bit more assertive. I'm a bit worried about my right side, but we'll see. I mean, that's an interesting free kick. You don't see every day. My goalkeeper moves like an actual goalkeeper, not like a madman, which is quite interesting. Now, this is the issue, right? I want to bring on subs here, but... I mean, we'll get Toth off for my Serbian lad, who is apparently quite good, but hasn't scored a goal. I think scored 1 goal this season. Okay, this could be the moment for him. Lifted in. Oh, ref, he's being pushed there, ref! Crumbs. Have the teams been announced, by the way? Have the teams been announced for the France game yet? Someone was telling me that France would never drop Mbappe. So I'm just curious to know if Mbappe is being dropped. Or rested. Do I tweet him? Do I tweet him? Do I tweet him? How petty am I, chat? How petty am I? Oh, Wayne. Wayne said this to me. Bless him. Wayne said... Wayne didn't... I'll be honest, Wayne didn't have a great time. World Cup winning teams go out to beat whoever's in front of them. Will we go out to scrape a draw? Such a weak mentality. Will France rest Mbappe? No. Oh. I am that petty. Like, you don't get to say that to me with such confidence and then be proven to be a little bit incorrect. They've not just dropped Mbappe, they've dropped almost everybody. They're playing Camavinga at left back. Wowzers. Deary me. Like, this is apparently the team. For those that haven't seen it. This is apparently what they're going to play. Mandanda in goal. I mean, it's different, isn't it? Guendouzi at right wing. Maybe this will be a diamond. They'll play Fofana sitting, Tchouaméni, Guendouzi, Vertu just behind. Right? They'll go to a 3. Mate, are they already top of the group as well? Is it done? Oh, they pretty much know they're top then. So they're just chilling. That's not the light. So basically the BBC haven't got a clue. Is that what we've concluded? They're going to play a 3 with 2 sitting, 2 out wides. Something like that. This just comes back to like England did it yesterday. England, to be fair though, England knew they would beat Wales, didn't they? They knew. Overdue library books. Thank you for the 25 months. As best players in the world, Mo Salah, top of the list. Leao was quite high up there as well. Declan Rice at Real Madrid. I don't know what I don't really know what to make of Rice for England. He's another player I'm a bit like. I think this is all to do with the instructions you've been given. But, you know. So I just got here. What happened to your... So what led to your sacking? I won a game. And then I begged for forgiveness. Because I find Rice quite frustrating. But he must be being told to play like that, which I also find a bit frustrating. But he's key to the control element, isn't he? His job basically is to offer an option. He's the pivot for Stones and Maguire. Is sort of the job, I think, right? That's sort of what he's been told to do. And frankly, there's actually not a great deal more to it than that. Like his job is to facilitate our 2 defenders. Southgate wouldn't attack a battleship, mate. I mean, we've won 3-0 yesterday and beat Iran 6-2, but you've concluded no. The John and Only, thank you for the 3 months, mate. I appreciate it. I said it earlier on for those that weren't here, right? Southgate's big idea is to keep full. He did it at the Euros, did it at the first World Cup. Like, you control the game as much as you can, and because he knows that, I said it earlier on. If you, in international football, a half can almost decide your entire tournament. So he's pretty safe, and he makes sure that every first half he can then set out about what he wants to do in the second half and change it slightly differently. He's done it for ages. Did it against Germany years ago. Did it similarly against other teams in the group stages. Like, and so my argument is he's not a defensive manager, and I think it's too easy to just go, oh, we don't like attack all the time. He's defensive. No, he's just super safe. He's safely in control of things, and that is making you stronger defensively, but it doesn't mean you're playing defensively. It just means you're playing to be in control of the game. Playing defensively is more like playing a 5-4-1 and sitting in and letting teams attack you. That's not what England do. That to me is where the difference in playing a controlled style and playing a defensive style comes in. Like, Wales yesterday played more defensively, and ultimately, if you're in control, you actually force the other team to play defensively. So yesterday was an example of that, in that we forced, like, Wales probably don't want to play like that, but you force other teams into playing defensively because you have the ball. England are pretty good in possession. It might not be very pretty and it might not be very exciting, But Southgate knows if you're trying to win these tournaments, you have to map like a route to victory, and that's sort of where it starts and ends for Southgate. He's not, and everyone calling him a yes man. It's like, well, if you think he's an FA yes man, or you think he's a yes man in general, he'd be doing all the things that the press and the fans want him to do, but he doesn't. He sticks to what he thinks is successful. And we can assess after the tournament on whether we think he should remain in the job. I'll give you an example. If we lose to Senegal, I think his position comes under threat. If we lose a drab 2-0, 1-0 to Senegal, or we go out on penalties to Senegal, or basically you lose to Senegal, you have to look at his question. You have to look at his question. You have to look at his position. If he beats Senegal and then we get blitzed 3-1, 3-2, 3-0 by France, is that a disgrace? Is that calls for to see him go? Or have we in a World Cup come up against one of the best 3 teams in the world right now? I would argue we've come up against one of the best teams in the world right now in terms of international football. And sometimes this happens. There are 4 teams actually. There are 4 teams in the World Cup right now that look like they have a real chance to win it right now. And those teams are England, France, Brazil, and Spain. Right now, as we talk about it. Those are the teams that look like they've got the mustard. There's a few teams below that. Portugal maybe as well in the conversation. But to me, like someone like Portugal is just slightly below that. Maybe Argentina again, if they get through, slightly below that. You'd say Portugal look better than ours? Mate, Portugal were not very good against Ghana. They were okay in the last game. I think it's Uruguay. But they were just okay. They weren't amazing. And there feels like there's more of a disconnect with that team than there is England. But I also have Portugal coming runners up. I think they can go on a bit of a run still. Brazil are not convincing. But do you know why none of these teams are convincing? Because every team's like this. There's no team that I think looks obvious to win it because they've all come away from their club sides in November. Like their first game back together was the group stage 1 game for a lot of these nations. And you know, watching club football week in, week out, it can take some time. This sort of stuff takes some time. It's not as quick. So like by the semi-finals or whatever, some of these teams will be cooking. So again, this place, like everyone's saying to Southgate, play more attacking, go for it more. You're honestly, you're crazy. You think there's going to be like this understanding and fluidity amongst this England team? Brazil don't even have it, and it's Brazil. Like, it takes a bit of time. The team that look most fluid right now are probably Spain. Spain look pretty comfortable at all points, even when they're not like in control of a game necessarily. They look like there's a bit more of an understanding there, and I think stylistically they're all on the same page. And there's not really been a change in the last 15 years for Spain. But it's hard to find that. And so we're asking Gareth Southgate as a manager to be pragmatic, right? And I'm fine with it, honestly. Fergie, thank you for the 29 months, my man. I appreciate that. And this idea that another manager is going to come in and like revolutionize England, Who's going to be this guy who's going to be in the same restrictive elements that Southgate is, and that he doesn't get a huge amount of time? Well, I genuinely believe making pragmatic tactical decisions and instilling belief, confidence, and a determination to win is far more valuable at international management than the minutiae of creating tactical excellence at club level week in, week out. To like focus on philosophies and ideals and things that fans want to represent them as that football club. Like that sort of thing takes a lot of time, and it's not about like motivation. So for example, like someone's mentioned Tuchel there. Do we genuinely think Thomas Tuchel would go into England and be like a bigger success than Gareth Southgate? Because I'll be totally honest, I do not think that at all. I do not think Thomas Tuchel turns up in the England position and has a better, more positive impact than Southgate does. I actually think there's a real risk in someone like Thomas Tuchel, or anyone like Thomas Tuchel, overcomplicating that job in the same way that I thought Capello did. Like, he would do much better. But what is much better? Thomas Tuchel has just been hounded out of Chelsea. Fans weren't happy with Tuchel, by the way. They were disappointed to see him leave inevitably, like at the end. But they weren't thrilled with what Tuchel was putting out. They weren't. I spoke to a lot of Chelsea fans about this. They were not overly enthusiastic about what he was doing. So you're lying to yourself if you think that they were, because they were not. Because tactically, they were pretty passive. I dare say, in most senses, any Chelsea fans here can accept this. You were arguably more boring than England in the last 12 months. Like, but there's this exception because of Tuchel's reputation and where he's managed before, that he's like this real tactically astute manager. Well, you ain't got time, mate. Like, you haven't got time as an international manager to do all of that. You haven't got the time. And this idea that Southgate's achieved nothing is just bollocks. I see it on Twitter every day. England have achieved what? Because you haven't won. Is that how football works to you? That unless you win everything, you've achieved nothing. Is that genuinely like? Is that where we're at now with football? You've got to win to have some sense of accomplishment. Deary me, it's like saying unless you're the CEO at the business, you've not got a good career. Oh, is that offside? Do you want to call that offside? No, I can't believe I'm 1-0 down to Celtic. What a disaster. But again, ultimately, if Southgate is unable to get this England team to beat Senegal, I think we have to question his position. And I'll be the first one with you. I'll be the first one saying, look, I think we're probably at a point where he's not necessarily the guy, and he's done everything he can possibly do. And ultimately, the problem for someone like Southgate is, you think about the hours and the amount of work he puts in to making sure the players feel valued and comfortable and accepted in the England shirt. And it's going to be all decided, his whole career in England, as England manager, will be decided on if he can get past Senegal, for example. And that 90 minutes, where it all comes down to that. Again, he doesn't get the leeway of club management. He doesn't get like a run of games where they say, let's see what you do in the next 6 or whatever. It doesn't work like that. It's all going to come down to that one game. It's pretty ruthless. It's pretty brutal. Southgate's game management of the Euros final was an utter disgrace. But again, if you look at that game in absolute isolation, you can look at it and go, England scored early and didn't do enough. And because they're the lead, right, it looks shitty. And equally, what a chance. Because Italy haven't qualified for the World Cup, the narrative now is, oh, bad team then. Like, they must have been terrible. They fluked it. During that tournament, as if we've all forgotten, during that tournament, Italy were the best team by a mile. But let's pretend they weren't, if you want, if that's where you want to go with this. Every single stage, everyone was going, we've seen the Italians, mate. Italy looked proper good. And before the game we went into, people were going, Italy look really comfortable. Like, they look super well drilled. They look really good. Again, in that moment. And guess what happened? The experience of that Italian defence and midfield allowed them to essentially out-Southgate. There was more quality in that team for Italy, and as a result, we didn't do enough. Now, I think the strategy for England was to get that goal and then see if they could rely on the thing that had got them to the tournament, got them to the final, in the first place. And guess what? We lost on penalties. Like, sometimes you just lose to teams that are slightly better than you on the day. And you could argue, if we'd have gone for it and we were 3-0 up, then yeah, guess what? We might have won. But it doesn't necessarily work like that. And I was as disappointed as anyone to see us not win the whole thing. I was gutted that we didn't win it. But what a run. What a performance to get us there. What, like, to beat Germany on the way there as well, who, again, people are now writing off as like this terrible team. I think it's what an achievement. Well, the thing is, right, so someone like Mount, you keep out there for different reasons. Like, yes, performance is a factor, but someone like Mount, there aren't many players with as much energy as Mount who are going to try and disrupt an Italian midfield, so you give them the chance to do that as much as possible. If you haven't got the ball, there's no point in bringing on a creative player. It doesn't really impact things enough. Like, people were calling for Foden at the against the US. Did anyone think England were in like full control of that game at any point? In the same way that, say, let's give an example, Manchester City are? where Foden is allowed the ability to do sort of whatever he wants. I think Southgate will use Foden in similar ways. In fact, I don't think Foden will start against Senegal because I think Southgate predicts that'll be quite a scrappy game to begin with. And you maybe bring Foden on later in the game when it's settled down a little bit. In the same way that he utilises Grealish. I think he feels the same about Grealish. Because not that they're bad defensive players, I just think that they're not as relied upon. Oh, go on. Go on. Oh, we've hit the bar and the post. Oh. Fuming. Why is Sterling always starting even though he's... Well, I think he'll probably start Sterling Rashford. Or Saka Rashford, maybe. Oh, God, it's not over. Toth. Dude, oh, Toth, you've lost the ball, mate. Not in there. Are we going to win this back? I think we're going to get there first, fortunately. Over the top for Toth. I mean, what am I watching? Is this a real highlight? I can't even tell. Toth. Focus up, Toth. Toth! Oh, my God. I should have got him off. Toth off. Sorry, pardon. Anyway, we'll take the point, I guess. It's not where are they in the league? Is that a bad point? I feel like that's not a bad point. Question, quite a big comment, so let's read it. Questions to everyone. Are other international fans similar to England? Feel like we very quickly as a nation like to place blame and sack, drop people for a bad display. Other countries similar, others quick to turn. I think it probably is relatively similar. Oh, Steve, I've got to message you later, Steve. I've got good news and bad news. Mainly bad news. Basically, Steve, I don't have any computer yet. It comes tomorrow, which makes my tomorrow a nightmare. But I'll message you later, Stevie boy. We'll sort something out. Are German fans as eager to sack Flick? I mean, probably after this tournament. But again, if they don't get out of the group, there's an argument to say he should go. What kind of club would hire Southgate if and when he leaves the England job? I don't know. The idea that he's unhireable is kind of bollocks, though, isn't it? Like the club I could see him going to. If you want me to give you a club that I think Southgate would probably potentially move to post England, that is realistic, right? Is if Patrick Vieira leaves Crystal Palace. I could see Gareth Southgate as the Crystal Palace manager for a few years. I'm pretty sure he started his career at Palace or played at Palace. Like, that's the sort of place I could see him going. So this idea that, like, he'd never get a Premier League job, I could absolutely see a world where he's Crystal Palace manager. Absolutely. He relegate them, maybe. You're all mental if you think Southgate is a Prem manager, but this is a nonsense. Why would he not be like able to manage someone like Crystal Palace? I don't think he would, by the way. But what stock was there in someone like Lampard? You'd argue that Southgate had a better managerial career than Lampard did when he got the England job than Lampard has now. But people think that because Lampard's Everton manager, he's a established Premier League manager. Well, Lampard isn't either, though. But he literally is, though, isn't he? So, what do you mean? But he literally... So it's like this idea that, like, you can't be like, Paul Jewell was a Premier League manager. This idea, it's like impossible to be a pro. You can't... Premier League manager, the creme de la creme of managers. Are they... What do you mean? Do you see how many clodders we've had in the Premier League for years? Just tosh. Tim Sherwood was a Premier League manager. Thank you. Keep these coming. I can see a world where Southgate is given... Basically, think of a club that are a little bit of a shambles, that need to be defensively more stable, and to be a team that need to actually control their own destiny a little bit. and they don't really see a manager in Europe that makes sense for them to hire. And English managers are 10 a penny, and but they're not very good. Southgate is a former England manager that's got to a final of a Euros and a semi-finals of a World Cup and wins the World Cup in Qatar. I think it will probably be in consideration for many Premier League jobs over the next 5 years. Yeah, I might have slipped in there that we've won the World Cup this year. But listen, possible. Possible. Do you know how many managers have got like jobs on reputation, and Southgate's actually done things? And what I think would be interesting is, and no one ever asked this question, I think it's arguably one of the more interesting points to make on it, is if you, and I'll ask the question quite simply to the chat now. Do you think the England players think Gareth Southgate is capable of managing it at Premier League level? I personally think they would say, yeah, he absolutely could. So it's kind of funny, isn't it, that we're all sitting there going, there's no way you could do it. I suspect most England players think he's got the tactical and intellect and nous and managerial ability to manage. I'm not saying he's got to be a top 6 club. I'm not saying he's got to go over and take over Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool, United. I'm not saying that. But could he do a job for one of the sort of middling clubs? Absolutely. In the same way that I think half the managers in the Championship probably could do a pretty decent job, by the way. Holland is the tactics man. We'll get him as an assistant then. But I think if I'm a club like Palace, for example, and he gets the job, I'm not fuming about it. I'm not thinking, oh man, this is terrible news. Also, Gareth Southgate has been a Premier League manager. Now, I'm pretty sure he was relegated, but he's not the first manager ever to have been relegated from the Premier League. I feel like we're better off changing these boys around. I think we want to create, like, there's just a bit more to this guy's game. Mentally, especially. Whereas the pace of Toth through the middle. We're in a sort of interesting... We're playing the team in second here as well. The problem we've got is there's a little gap now between us and this team that are rubbish. But there's a bit of a gap between... Well, there's a bigger gap between us and the 10th, 9th, 8th, 7th of this world. So we need to try and get amongst that, really. I'm not saying he'd be first choice to get a Premier League job. I'm just saying, like, it's not out of the realms of possibility that he gets a job in the Premier League. As if people are going, he'd never get a job in the Premier League. Pardon? Have you seen the managers that have been in the Premier League in the last 5 years? I could name 10 that probably aren't as good as Southgate or haven't got as good a reputation. The new setup looks great, Ben, but you need more light. I've ordered a new light thing. Don't worry, I'm aware. I also quite like the mystery of the room. I mean, I could absolutely ham up my lights right now, but I'm not sure that would be helpful. I just blind myself. You see? Yeah. Not fun for anyone. Who got the England job after him then? Well, that to me is the more important element for me. Is if Southgate was to leave, there's two scenarios. Either we lose and people think he should be sacked, and the FA sort of... I'd be fascinated to know what the FA think we should be achieving at this tournament, right? But ultimately, you should only sack him, in my opinion, if you think there's someone who can do it. That sounds obvious, right? You should only sack him if you think there's a man that can do a better job, right? Is that manager obvious right now? Not for me. And don't say Dyche, because I don't think Dyche is the man that was sacked from Burnley before they got relegated. Like, that cannot be the solution. Like, if you can't think of all the things people say about Gareth Southgate, and you want Sean Dyche to be the man to step in. Like, do me a favour. I know it'd be quite funny for like TikTok memes, but you must be joking. Go on. Does that count? Oh, he's offside. Is he toffee? A lot of names coming out right now, but I'm not sure. Like, Eddie Howe makes sense if Newcastle sack him, but that doesn't look likely at all, does it? You take Poch. I don't think Poch is the right guy, really. Poch doesn't strike me as the obvious choice, and I'll tell you why. I don't think there's an obvious choice. See, people say Potter. How many people were talking about Brighton last year? Almost none. And this year, they started well because he's had a full year and a bit to develop how they actually play. And then he gets the Chelsea job, which I think is a bit odd, frankly. Like, I think it's a bit brave from Chelsea to do that. And then people are saying he should be England manager. Like, the skill set's so different. I don't think Poch is the guy, by the way. Again, you've got to look at... You're basically looking at a select group of, like, almost like elder statesmen that are... There's a reason a lot of managers, by the way, who manage international teams are of a certain age. It's pretty rare that you find young international managers because there's almost like that gravitas to understand the situation and not have this idea that you have to like develop and instill your own tactical style on a team. It's pretty rare. Oh God, the Avengers music's not helping. It's only stressing me out here. Although we are minutes away from getting a point against second in the league here. And yeah, sure, I should probably change it. But why would I? When we're about to get a point. We're fine. Do you know what? Someone like Warnock, right, is not as hilarious as an idea, but I don't necessarily think he would command the respect of the room enough. I think that's part of the problem for someone like Warnock. I don't think he'd ever, because he's a bit too much of a meme, frankly. Like, unironically, and I do think I am being unironic. After Southgate, the only real like obvious options for England, to me, the only option right now that makes any kind of sense, and I think would be a wrong, and frankly would be the wrong move for everyone involved, is probably Gerrard. And listen to what I'm saying. The wrong move for everyone involved, but it's probably Gerrard. In that he's got like, for those players, he was the guy, right? He is a bigger icon to them than Gareth Southgate ever will be. And in terms of motivating and getting players to play a certain way, and again, I'm not talking about the tactical acumen of Steven Gerrard. I'm just saying in terms of what's required as an international manager to get the best out of this sort of group of players, where he would immediately have the respect of them, and arguably even more so to some of them than someone like Gareth Southgate. Like, and I think the argument would be that Gerrard plays a more attacking style than Southgate. So as a result, people would probably look to that more and think that makes more sense. But ultimately, and I go back to it, I don't think it's a good move for anyone. I don't think it makes any sense. But like, I also think if there's anyone that makes sense right now, purely because he's not currently employed, it's probably someone like Gerrard. What about Michael Carrick? I think Carrick's maybe someone for the future. Who knows? But I also think Gerrard is better off having some like club successes, just so he's got a bit more of an understanding of what it is to be a manager. I mean, someone like Rooney's probably in the conversation, but he's got like the toughest job in the MLS right now, so let him do that for a bit. So it's a case of waiting. Give it to Steve Holland. I don't think that's very smart. And ultimately, I said it a minute ago, and I'll say it again. Ultimately, what all this says to me, in a roundabout way, is Gareth Southgate is the best man for the job right now, and there isn't really anyone that makes more sense than Gareth Southgate. The England job is not as big or as exciting as a job as you would want it to be. Frankly, it's not the be-all and end-all for a lot of managers. It really isn't. So, like people are saying Tuchel, I just spent 5 minutes saying why Tuchel isn't a good option. Like John Terry. John Terry's like Gerrard, just a year behind or something, isn't he? In terms of like actually being a manager. But right now, I think there's absolutely no reason to remove Gerrard. Remove Southgate. Gerrard on the mind. Give Steve McLaren another go. I'll tell you what, I'd love to have this conversation with Rory Jennings. Get Rory Jennings on my... There's some Rory stream as well. Me and Rory need to go mano a mano on this. I am... Right now, anyway, I am definitely Team Southgate. Because what? Because the alternative doesn't exist. The alternative isn't out there. Not right now. Sol Campbell. Again, I don't think he's the bloke right now. He might be at some point. Vincent Kompany. Again, I don't think it makes any sense. Right. These players are getting actual bids that I don't want to accept. Our run since we've taken over is not too bad. 2 draws against, obviously, teams that are better than us. Got ourselves a win in there as well against the side that are just above us in the table. I mean, it's important not to keep losing, isn't it? If you're going to build a bit of morale at the club. Did you see anything from the USA Orangutan yesterday? Do you know, I've not watched a second of it, so I'm not going to lie and say, yeah. I've watched the other 2 US games. I've not watched that one. Fofana right back. 2 right wing. I mean, no one knows, do they? I am going to be watching along with the French game. I will. Oh, that's, as you can see, it will be a bit behind. Australia Denmark is arguably the more interesting game, isn't it? I realise. I'm going to watch along a little bit though while we live stream. For me, yeah. Fury and Chisora agree to stand in the middle of the ring and have a dogfight. Yeah, because they want people to actually watch it. Whereas that's not what's going to happen at all. But it's a good idea, isn't it? Let's just stand there and have a tear up. Alternatively, let Fury jab him to death for 6 rounds and then try and knock him out in the 7th. That's probably what's going to happen. Did I see the start of England on the BBC US ITV? I know our ITV form is significantly worse. Yeah. Doesn't have any interest in football. I mean, he's only 2. He doesn't really understand anything of it other than when it's on the telly. And I'll be honest, he'd rather watch Monster Trucks, Mr. Tumble, or Paddington. Which, at 2, is fine. You've read the script for the Fury fight. Right, am I right, Steve? Is that not what's just going to happen? It's going to be 6 rounds of Fury jabbing him to death, and then eventually, with Chisora looking knackered, he's just going to knock him out. And then we're all going to go, well, that was fun, wasn't it? Sad. Because the alternative is it goes 12, and it's going to be even more boring. What has happened with this save? Mate, what hasn't happened with this save? It's a mid-season break until January the 19th. Will I play 6 more games? I mean, at least we get to watch the football, chat, right? Yeah, I've seen the England Senegal. Yeah, because then England in theory, or BBC in theory, get the semi-final, which is a much bigger idea, isn't it? But they get the semi and the final. But also, what you have to remember is, like I said, the BBC would get the semi-final almost always, but England never get there. So they play a lot more games where they just go out in the quarters. I'm not sure it's on ITV as much as it's on the managers that have previously had them there. I'm not sure I can blame ITV for it entirely. It's almost like it's happened before, that's true as well. Martin Keown on the France game. Oh, crumbs. No one wants that. See, what I should really do here, chat, if I'm totally honest, is go and then wait for my packages. That's the problem. Because they're out for delivery right now and they're coming the next half hour. Oh. Do you know what, chat? I think that's actually what we might do. And then I'll come back. Because it's a good time in the save, right? And I can just like continue forward and chill. Hang on, when is the mid-season break? We've got a first division game. What? Hang on, what? Oh, it does happen, but not quite yet. Okay, what we'll do, though, is we'll do it anyway. because the football's on. People want to watch the football. What we'll do, chat, is I might stream at 9 o'clock tonight. That might be the plan. I might stream. Is it Wednesday today? Yeah, I might stream tonight after the football, and we'll talk about the football this evening instead. I think that's what we'll do. What we'll also do, though, is raid over to a good friend of mine. I've raided Z before, right? So what we're going to do is raid over to Spen Doggy Dog. Because he agrees with me on Southgate. So we'll go over. So if you want to watch it along with him, he's watching the football. You can see Spen back on Twitch as well. Love to see that. So yeah, one of my favorite creators of all time is Spencer. So go and show him some love. He's doing a watch along of the games. Yeah. He thinks France Tunisia might be 1-1. Oh, he's doing it with Will as well. They're both fantastic. It's double trouble. All right, team, take care. See you soon. Maybe 9 o'clock. Keep an eye on Twitter and I'll let you know. But thanks for watching. Oh, I've just realised what I should do. Bye, everyone. Bye. Bye.